Today, let's use a yoga block as a partial range target for handstand push-ups. Now, this can be done in a handstand push-up freestanding. So I come down to a target, touch it, come back to that start position again. It could be done in a pike push-up if you're newer to the handstand push-up world. It could even be done in a crow position where I'm coming down, touching the target, coming back again. It could be done if you have the strength but not the balance yet in a chest to wall handstand position, coming down, touching the target, coming back up again. That could even be done back to wall. There's pros and cons for each one, but you can just work the variation that you're most comfortable with. And a cool way of training any of these is start with that version, so a very small range of motion, and then as you warm up and work towards your current level, you slowly decrease the height. So I've done that one, I'm now gonna turn it over to this one, do the variation that I'm gonna do, which is freestanding. I'm gonna show control on the top. I'm gonna take the shoulders forwards, feet come backwards, find the target, touch it, come back up again, show control at the top in that balance position before coming back down. Now the cool thing is with all of those variations that I just done, the exact same setup is needed for good control and positioning. So I want to come down to a triangle. So my hands here, the target, block or my head position creates that triangle. And that's exactly the same if I'm doing a pike push-up. Notice the head come forwards, or the freestanding version, exactly the same. Head comes forwards, creates the triangle, feet have gone backwards, and then I come back up to that position. It's exactly the same with the chest to wall, with the back to wall, and even that crow position, we want to hit that target of the triangle before coming back again. So as you progress through the progressions and the different drills, that setup is exactly the same, and it's very, very important to maximize your potential in terms of strength and balance. Now you could pyramid as you do this, so in terms of repetitions. So I could maybe go for 5 repetitions here because this one's easier for me. So I go there, back to that start position, 1, 2, 3. Now trust me, I did get the 5 reps in one go. Actually, let me just do that again. My battery just died. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a good working set. Whoops. To get 5 repetitions there. So you just need to pick the variation, whether it's the wall one, the pike one, or the freestanding one, where you can get 5 repetitions, and then you could do like 3 sets of 5, or eventually work up to a 5 by 5, so 5 sets of 5 repetitions if you wanted to do more volume, or you could just go to the next one. So as soon as you get 5, then you want to make it slightly harder. I flip it over, and maybe I do 4 reps or 3 reps at that height. But let's just test that now for me, because I don't want to bore you with repetitions. So let's come down. Exactly the same, kiss the target, come back up again, show control, come back down. Now we've run out of yoga block, I can just get rid of it completely, which is obviously that full freestanding version, head to floor, which is seen as most people's initial goal when working towards the freestanding handstand push-up. And then once we can get a freestanding head to floor, you've got a couple of choices if you want to carry on with this one. You could make it harder by going to a deficit. So I could raise the hands up on something. So here I'm using the IKEA steps, but you could use a wooden box, weight plates, anything stable that you can put your hands onto. And then I'm going to add the yoga block back in. Now you notice how the yoga block is slightly lower now than the blocks or the boxes. So it's slightly lower than my hands. So that's going to be a challenge now to see if I can still make that triangle, come down, touch the target, and then go back up again. So I'm a little bit limited with height here, but I can come down to that position, touch the target, and then come back up again. And then I do the same process again by reducing the height of the yoga block. So I can turn it over there, then do the same thing. Obviously the target is just deeper now, so the head goes much lower than the hands. Hit the target, come back out again, lower again, go again, now exactly the same, but deeper. Again, hard to talk now until we get rid of the block completely. So then you finish with the same thing, but going all the way down till head touches the floor. Ooh, big push. Back up, show control at the top. Now a different variation to progress the standard handstand push-up would be to take the head further away from the hands when you go down. So going towards a 90-degree handstand push-up, and all you do there is you start to move the block further away. So I need another marker now. So this marker is going to mark where my hands are, and then instead of having the block to create that triangle, I'm now going to have it to still create a triangle, but it's going to be a different angle, a different length on one side. So now I'm going to have to try and get my head to touch that target for distance away from the fingers in the handstand push-up. So I come down as normal, but at the bottom, I start to take the head further away. Touch, come back up, show control, come back down, and then move the target further away. So every time you take it further away, it's going to take you down deeper to find it and take you closer and closer to that 90 degree. So you can see that one, I actually put it out of reach for my 90 degree position. So then you'll have to fine tune how far you take the head away or how far you take the target away, but it's good fun to play with just to see and put some way of measuring it, which you can try and beat every session. If you're after programs or coaching, check out my website, www.paultwyman.com.au. I offer online coaching and also have an app. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions, and I'll speak to you in the next one. Thanks, guys.